Oh, okay. Well, don't do that. We don't have time to waste.
We're live, folks.
We're live.
Okay.
We're live.
Well, we're coming at you again. If you caught that 2 seconds of previous live, then you got our intro. But hi, Dad.
Good
We'll do
morning,
it again.
Rachel. We'll do it again.
We're outside today.
Yes, and it's warm, and I thought we would talk about helping your lawn wake up from a long winter.
Yes.
And a good way to do that is to dethatch.
De-thatch. So when I think of thatching, I think of like those roofs from the Middle Ages where they have the straw bundles all stuck together, the thatched roofs. What does it mean when your lawn is thatched?
Well, the thatch in your lawn is the dead material that kind of gets woven together over the summer, and it's dead, it's not growing, and it kind of makes a barrier that slows down the nutrients and the water to get into your soil. So by using a dethatcher, I didn't bring the manual one out. There's a dethatching rake that you use by hand.
It is so loud out here. You
Which
don't
I
realize how loud it is until you're trying to talk to a little tiny camera.
Yeah, I have no interest in doing my lawn with a manual dethatching rake, but for a small lawn in a townhouse or something like that would be ideal. We carry those as well. Well, what we want to show today is the motorized dethatcher.
Which is the real reason we're outside with all the noisy vehicles.
And I'm going to raise it up so Austin can show you what's underneath of this machine. You'll see there's just a series of metal plates that are hanging on an axle. You can touch it.
Yeah, they move. They're free moving.
Right, and when I start this machine up, they'll rotate at a fairly high rate of speed. And
So they'll spin. I don't know if you can hear them, but how do they? Oh, I guess this whole thing spins.
right.
That spins. Okay.
And what that'll do is that'll reach down like fingers and pull that old thatch up out of the ground. The other thing it does is it helps kind of create a seed bed. It exposes soil so that if you're going to overseed, which we'll do, the seed will make good contact with the soil, which is what has to happen in order for that seed to generate, sprout, and grow.
So this machine gets rid of the dead grass that's on top and it's all mushed in. And does it get rid of the cigarette butts that people grow in the grass?
No.
It'll just grind them up.
Right. Well, it doesn't really grind them up. So the last step I'll show you. Let's go ahead and do it.
Give us 1 minute. Austin, you might want to come closer. I know if I was watching this, I'd be like, I can't hear a dang thing, because I'm an old lady on the inside. So this machine gets rid of the mat that the old grass has made, and it exposes the dirt so you can throw on new grass seed that will then sprout when it's time.
And there's other advantages as well. You see, grass seed or grass plants will spread by rhizomes. With this slicing action, you're slicing that rhizome, which is going to create another plant.
Oh.
The other thing it does...
So it diversifies your lawn.
Sure.
Instead of
Yeah.
one big plant, you've got lots of little plants.
You're very well read, Rachel.
I know, I've got big words.
But anyway, it's good for your lawn. There are some different theories on whether you should dethatch in the spring, whether you dethatch in the fall. It always reminds me of, my dad was quite a gardener and orchard man, and a lot of people would ask him, he said, when's the best time to prune? And Dad's answer was always whenever the shears are sharp. So my theory is, other than the middle of the summer, there's not a bad time to dethatch and get your lawn ready to go. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start the machine. I'm going to dethatch an area, a small area here that we can do. And we didn't realize how busy we are outside.
No, it's, as I said, the Coke truck. But we're going to turn this on. That's going to create a lot of noise anyways.
Well,
so.
I'm not going to be talking when the machine's running,
No.
but I'm going to dethatch an area, this area right in here. Then we're actually going to put down some grass seed and hopefully come back in a couple weeks and show you the difference between what we've got now and hopefully what we'll have.
Well,
We'll see.
We'll see how well it does on this little tiny patch where there's lots of traffic.
With this machine, we do recommend ear protection and eye protection.
So turn down your volume if you haven't done so already.
Better do this in the correct order. These are safety glasses, by the way, but I'm going to put the goggles on.
Randy, maintaining safety, am I okay to be in front of this machine videoing you?
Yes, you are, because anything's going to come out this way. Usually.
Great.
We got worker comp, you're okay.
It is quieter.
So once you've got it all mangled up, what do you have to do now?
This is where the real labor comes in.
Oh goody. He can do that one too.
You've got to get that material off if you're going to reseed. You need to get it off even if you're not going to reseed.
Is it just going to thatch back down if you
Yeah.
don't do anything to it?
As you can see, we have turned up quite a bit of material.
This is where you can get the yard litter out.
And by the way, we have an awesome grass sweeper in our rental department, and we have them for sale. But it is a big commercial grade lawn sweeper.
So if you're doing something more than maybe a townhouse yard,
Right.
you might want to consider
I would
something.
definitely recommend that. You pull it with your lawnmower, pull it with a four-wheeler.
Yeah. If you don't have a whole bunch of friends with rakes, you'll need something for your couple acre farm.
Just half, pull
yard.
off half of what I just did here. But if you can get a little close up there, Austin, of the actual soil that we've uncovered.
So is this something that people can walk on once you've dethatched it? I mean, I'm walking all over it.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt
down the
anything.
dirt.
You're just gonna get some mud on your feet.
Yeah, that's normal.
Now this is a cedar. The old folks call it a fiddle. It's really too big for what we're doing here, but I just wanted to demo it and show you what it does. We do sell these and we do rent them. But I've put some grass seed in there just for demo purposes. And I'm going to open when I pull this little lever back, it's going to open the door in the bottom of this bag. And then I turn this crank and it's going to broadcast the seed.
Woo! I get seeds in my shoes.
Typically you'd walk the length of your lawn and then come back, and then the next time you would make diagonal passes in order to get good coverage. Just wanted to show you that.
Awesome. And we've got the ones that you walk behind too, right? Those other Scott spreaders if you need more.
And if you are going to overseed, I would recommend you use a starter fertilizer. That's a slow release nitrogen.
So is this the seed, or is this seed with fertilizer, or is this just fertilizer?
This is just fertilizer.
Okay.
And it's a starter fertilizer, so it's intended for new seedings.
It's good for baby grasses.
Right. if you're going to reseed, reseed with a quality lawn seed. This one happens to be a tall fescue mix, which is very drought tolerant, and it's a pretty lawn. It's a narrow blade grass, and it does not grow in clumps like the Kentucky 31 wide blade fescue.
He knows his grasses.
After your lawn is established, after you've mowed it approximately 3 times, and in the spring of the year particularly, when the forsythia bushes start to bloom, up until those petals start to fall, fertilize with a product with crabgrass preventer in it, and eliminate that crabgrass that really looks bad in the fall of the year. This is the only good way to get rid of crabgrass, is to prevent it.
Well, you know what? I'm sure there are going to be some really good looking lawns out there this year. Mine probably won't be one of them because I just don't see myself doing this.
I just
But
want to show you what
I will find somebody to do it for me.
What this is kind of a trick on our maintenance guys that do the lawn out here, the mowing stuff. What I sowed this morning is it's called Quick Lawn. It's got a lot of rye in there, so it's going to come up really fast. It's going to come up really thick, and I did that intentionally because I want to be able to show you folks in another week or two what we've done here and see what kind of improvements we've made. And this ground gets a lot of, we demo just about everything right here. It's got little divots and trenches, but I think we'll see a difference. We'll see a difference. It'll look good.
Well, I hope we can see a difference. We should be getting some more rain soon, so that'll help. Thanks for showing us how to do all this, Dad. I think everybody appreciates it when we show how to use the rental equipment that we have here in the store, and we've got a large number of lawn rental equipment.
Yes, we do.
Always come in and check, and we've got most of it, I think we have all of it listed on our website at randyshardware.com under our rentals section. And you can always call and ask questions and reserve it if it's something you know you're going to need over the weekend. I'm not sure what the weather's supposed to be like. I don't keep up with that sort of thing. But if you know it's going to be a nice weekend one of these weekends, you can come on in and rent something and get to work.
That's right. And remember, we don't mind your questions. We don't mind them at all.